Effective immediately, Ontario is declaring a state of emergency. We expect this to remain in place for at least 28 days. Further, I'm issuing a stay-at-home order effective Thursday at 12:01 a.m. Under this order, everyone must stay home and only go out for essential trips to pick up groceries or go to medical appointments. Based on the advice from the Chief Medical Officer of Health, schools in Windsor-Essex, Peel, Toronto, York, and Hamilton will remain closed for in-person learning until February the 10th. By January 20th, the Chief Medical Officer of Health will provide recommendations for the remaining regions. As I've said from the beginning, when it comes to our children, I will not take any unnecessary risks. Folks, there will be soon some really dark days ahead, some turbulent waters, but we will get through this. The Ontario spirit has lifted us through worse. The people of Ontario have battled through worse. I know this time will be no different. No more than ever, I need you to do your part. Stay home, save lives, protect our healthcare system. The system is on the brink of collapse. It's on the brink of being overwhelmed. We're at levels we've never seen before. Last week I stood here and I told you that our province is in crisis, and the facts are clear. Cases and deaths are at the highest levels since the start of the pandemic, and community spread continues to escalate. The dangerous and very dangerous UK strain of COVID is being found across the province. Ontario had 8 new cases confirmed today. And if we don't move fast, our hospital ICUs could be overwhelmed by the first week of February. I know everyone is tired. I know everyone is sick of COVID, including myself. I know everyone wants to return to normal. New reports and data show 1/3 of Ontarians are not following public health guidelines. Many are traveling and gathering. And now, let me be clear. I'm not blaming anyone. Only one thing is truly at fault, and that's the virus. It just takes a moment. If you let your guard down, it can strike. Think of the teenager out with their friends, not wearing their mask. They go home, pass it to their parents. Later that day at dinner, the virus passes from parents to grandparents. Within days, the grandparent is in the ICU and tragically passes. This is a story we're hearing too many times. Stories like this are why we need to stay home, save lives. My friends, I know the stay-at-home order is a drastic measure, one we don't take lightly. Everyone must stay home to save lives. I couldn't be any clearer. Enforcement and inspections will increase. Provincial and local police, bylaw officers, workplace inspectors will enforce these new measures. Under the declaration, they will have powers to disperse people and to issue tickets to bad actors. Bad actors who are caught, they will get fined. And I want to take a moment to address the situation in big box stores. I've seen the crazy lineups. We need more enforcement at these stores. So we'll be starting an inspection blitz of big box stores in the coming days. And I promise you, if we find any issues, there'll be consequences. We'll come down hard on these big box stores if we have to. And this enforcement, it will continue for as long as necessary. But ultimately, from day one, we've been counting on people to do the right thing. The success of these measures will ultimately depend on you. It will depend on each one of you, because without all of us rowing in the same direction, this thing could get much worse. Just look at what's happening in countries where the UK variant has taken hold. It's a total disaster. And we've been told by officials it's not a matter of if this new strain takes hold, it's a matter of when it takes hold and how wide it spreads. My friends, this situation is extremely serious. I just can't stress this enough. But unlike back in March, today we have the vaccine. It's on the horizon. We have hope on the horizon. It's in sight, it's within reach, but we need to give that vaccine the runway it needs. We need to get through the next few months because the vaccine rollout is tied to supply. And based on the current delivery schedule from the federal government, we're still months away from the millions of doses we need to start getting critical mass of people vaccinated. I'm working with the feds. We will do everything we can to help them speed this up. But until then, we're vulnerable. Our hospitals are vulnerable. Our communities are vulnerable. My friends, I know the actions we've announced today are difficult, but they're absolutely necessary. And as your government, we will be there to support people and businesses through these tough times. We have the 24/7 off-peak electricity rate in place. We're providing $200 per child for the parents. We've worked with our federal partners to put in place the new CERB program to help families and workers, the wage subsidy and rent relief programs to help businesses get through these tough times. We have the new Ontario Small Business Support Grant, up to $20,000 to help owners with their costs. And we're also suspending the enforcement of residential evictions so people can stay home safely. As everyone stays home, we're doing everything we can to fight this virus. As Minister Elliott will share in a moment, we're ramping up testing in priority sectors of the economy. And we have a robust strategy for tackling COVID in high-priority communities. My friends, the people of Ontario, we're strong, we are resilient. I've seen how tough we can be through the first wave and beyond. And as I've said before, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And we have the toughest people in the world right here in Ontario. My friends, stay home, stay safe, save lives.